What's up, you guys? What is good in the hood? Welcome back to
This Latina Needs Therapy too.
Did you guys like that spooky song? Did you guys get scared?
It's our new intro.
Yes. Welcome to the first episode of Spooky Season. By now you know our theme because it was posted yesterday. So let's just get into why we decided to do this, our theme, which is leyendas basically. So last year we kind of did, it was our first year ever podcasting, and as most of you guys know, I'm obsessed with true crime, so it was kind of like true crime mixed with ghost stories mixed with leyendas, and
it was kind of like all over the place. Like we didn't choose a specific theme. So this year we decided that we were gonna go with the leyendas, which is a lot easier for us as well. That way we're not like all over the place like last year, but overall, like I think this season the whole leyendas is gonna be pretty interesting.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
we have a lot of content coming, and a lot has happened the last couple weeks. Pero sticking with what we were talking about, it's just going to be a great month for us. Like I said, we have a lot of content dropping, and this is probably it's my favorite holiday, so I thrive during October. And yeah, what are you excited about?
I think just the whole aspect of just Halloween, and then obviously like all the content that we have and that we're gonna put out, and I'm excited.
And also, dude, our freaking backdrop, look how beautiful it is.
It's like a beautiful black,
like it's a satin black,
like,
and then our vela
color.
It's just gonna be dope, I'm telling you. Like,
we have a lot of things in store for you guys.
We do.
So, but we don't want to say too much because obviously it's gonna kill it for you guys, well, for us, but you guys are just gonna have to wait and see.
So basically, yeah, we're just gonna be talking about leyendas throughout the entire month. If you guys have any too that are from your pueblo or from like your country, because I know we have Puerto Ricans that listen to us, Hondurans, different types of also Central America, and then people who are Mexican too. I'm Mexican and Jackie is Guatemalan, so not Guatemalan, she's from Guatemala. I would love to hear like leyendas from your part of the your country basically, because they're very different. And I know I grew up with a lot, like my mom telling me like El Cucuy, La Llorona, like this.
Those are like the classic ones.
Yeah, those are like everybody knows them.
Yeah,
but there's some that are like, holy shit, they're fucking scary. So I thought it was the perfect thing for us, and that way you guys get to know different types of leyendas too within different countries. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
but other than that, like we hope you guys enjoy it. We hope you guys stick along with this journey, and honestly we can't wait for Halloween.
Like I said, we're gonna be doing spooky activities. We're gonna be taking dope pictures.
We're gonna be doing a live video with you you guys, actually doing something Halloween.
I don't want to say it, but speaking about lives, we went live last Friday and we did our makeup and we just chit-chatted and cheesed me out, and it was pretty dope. It was a good live.
It was a good live.
I enjoyed talking to you guys, and I enjoyed doing these just because I feel like this is edited more, and just live is just kind of like, well, you're out there, you can't really take back what you say or whatever, so you guys really get to see how we are like in real life. So
I think also, like, you know, there's people that are like reaching out to us and just kind of like looking for our opinion and just also like venting. Which is pretty like dope to like have people, you know, be so comfortable sharing their stories and being okay with it being in public, and like, you know,
and also like confiding in us. I think that takes a lot of strength. So if you guys know who we're talking about if you watch the live. But yeah, so look out for the lives too. And yeah, we're recording at
it's been a hectic week, guys. Like, we're recording at, it's 8 right now. We usually record
in the mornings
on Tuesday mornings, but
we're trying to push through.
Yeah, like it's just been a lot harder this week just because you know, we both have new jobs, still trying to work things out. It is gonna get a lot harder, and like I've told you, like at the end of the day, like whatever we put out, like we're gonna put it out, you know, regardless. And you know, we're gonna still continue to interact with you guys, well, as much as we can, but
we're gonna have to push through. And because right now it's kind of like we don't know, like
we're not settled, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. And we've had a lot of life changes, and maybe we'll talk about it in the next episode. Yeah, so a lot of things have changed, and my life has done a 360 within the past 2 days. And that's why, dude, like I'm telling you, I didn't wear any makeup. I put a little bit of concealer, and I had my eyebrows on from earlier, and my chongo went up, and I was like, fuck it, this is me in my most raw. I'm not, dude, I even told Jackie, I'm not even fucking wearing like pants.
I know, I was like, girl,
this is just raw, and like I'm vulnerable as fuck, and but I don't care, like I love doing it. So yeah, things are gonna get a little tougher for us, but we're gonna push through. And I think one of the reasons is because we just love doing this, you know, and we love what we get back. So yeah, anyways, I think that's it for
this week.
Any updates? We'll get straight into today's leyenda.
I'm excited for this one.
So today we're going to be talking about a leyenda in Guanajuato, Mexico. For the people who don't know where that's at, it's a state in Mexico, and it's actually called, not officially, but a lot of people know it as Las Momias de Guanajuato. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
No.
Okay, so I'll just briefly talk about why we call it that. But it's like, I don't know if you guys do this too, but like, okay, like for us, like people from Jalisco, we're like, oh, el estado del tequila, right? Because that's where tequila is made. For Guanajuato, we say Las Momias de Guanajuato.
Is it because they have mummies there? Or?
Yes, and we'll briefly get into it. So basically, my leyenda takes place in Guanajuato, which is why I kind of want to explain the backstory to it. But Guanajuato is famous for Las Momias, obviously. And you're going to be like, what the hell, why? And actually, Guanajuato is one of the more touristy places in Mexico right now, especially the state, because we have a museum out there with mummies.
Oh, wow.
So Guanajuato's climate provides an environment which can lead to a type of natural mummification. So from what I read, something in the soil, and I don't know, something about the climate there makes it to where your body's able to stay mummified. And I don't know if any other state in Mexico does that, but Guanajuato is known for their mummies. So, but scientific studies later revealed that some bodies had been at least partially embalmed after they found them. So they found them in the late 1900s. So by the 1900s, the mummies began attracting tourists. Cemetery workers began charging people a few pesos to enter the building where bones and mummies were stored. Due to the demands of the epidemic, more cemeteries had to be opened in San Cayetano and Canadá de Marfil. Many of the bodies were buried immediately to control the spread of the disease. So basically, why is there mummies in Guanajuato? Think about it as like COVID. So they got hit with a pandemic, and they basically had nowhere to put the bodies at. So they decided, they did have places to put the bodies at, but they didn't want to be near them because they thought they were going to get the disease that they had.
Oh, okay.
So they decided to start mummifying the bodies and burying them in a specific place. Okay. And then I remember I said that some of the bodies were buried immediately after they died. Come to find out that in some of the cases, the dying may have been buried alive by accident, actually. So, resulting in horrific facial expressions. If you look up the mummies, Las Momias de Guanajuato, if you look at some of the footage from the museum, there's some mummies that, like, their faces, like, open, or, like, ¿cómo te diré? Like, if they were trying to breathe, like, if they suffocated.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So, there's a specific lady.
That's so scary.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine being, like, pretend, like, you know, like supposedly, like you said, like to be dead, but you're not really dead, and then you're like stuck in a fucking coffin, or you trying to get out. Like, yeah, like that's scary as fuck.
And you know, I don't know if you guys know, but you could only live like in a coffin for 5 hours without oxygen before you die. So imagine the agony. Like, not I know people start scratching themselves. Yeah. Like,
it's a tiny little space too.
No, dude, I'm so scared of that. So I was like, fucking cremate me. Like, don't put me down there. No. Okay, so one of the mummies who was buried alive was actually Ignacia Aguilar. She suffered from a strange sickness that made her heart appear to stop on several occasions. During one of these incidents, her heart appeared to stop for more than a day. Thinking she had died, her relatives decided to bury her. When her body was, they brought her body out again, it was noticed that she was facing down, biting her arm, and there was a lot of blood in her mouth.
Oh my god.
Fucking crazy, huh? And if you go to the museum, she's still there.
Oh, really?
Yes. So you can see her.
My question is, how come they didn't do like an autopsy to like,
yeah,
you know, double check or something?
Well, first, it's Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Second of all, is like not even like I think this was like, well, it was already the 1900s.
Oh, okay.
But still, like 1910, 1920s, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. They were just weird times back then. Okay, so anyways, that's for another day, right? We're not gonna talk about the momias today. Today we'll be discussing la leyenda of la niña que pidió que la cambiaran de tumba.
Shit.
Yeah. So this leyenda actually takes place in a pueblo called Jaral de Berrios. Se dice que during the night, the people of the pueblo would be terrorized by this little girl. She would cry uncontrollably. A lot of the times, what happens is that the dead, they think that cuando te mueres and you're not at peace with your death, you're still roaming the streets. I don't know if
like your soul.
That. Yeah, like your soul. Okay. Like you're not peaceful.
Yeah,
because that's not where you want to be. So that's what they thought happened with this little girl. Okay, so this actually happened. It started the year 1970. They started to build a part of La Carretera Federal 37, which is just basically a long road that Mexico tried to build or fund to make it safer for people to travel, so they don't get like jacked or narcos and all this stuff. Okay. And you guys, I'm reading off my phone because I took my notes on here.
It's easier that way too.
Yeah.
To be honest, because honestly, that's too much like memorization. Well, for me, I don't know.
But it sucks because I'm like, I can't even fucking see this shit.
Oh.
Okay, so La Carretera Federal 37, which passes very close to Jaral del Barrio, on a very sad day, the little girl that was only 6 years old got ran over by a truck on the carretera.
Wait, what was she doing?
Nobody really knows. And you know what's funny?
Yeah.
She wasn't even from that pueblo. She was actually from another pueblo, which I'll get into. So I don't even know what she was doing there. So again, she got hit by a camion. She was originally from Pueblo de Francisco, which is still very close by, but obviously not ¿cómo se llama? Jaral de Berrios.
She was probably like wandering off, maybe, you know, little kids nowadays.
Yeah, especially back then too. Yeah. Like they were just like, whatever, do what you gotta do.
Even like their moms and their dads are like, all right.
Her family after that was obviously very devastated and sad. But the pueblo was so small that everybody over there, I don't know, do you guys do that too, that the whole pueblo just goes to the funeral?
Yeah.
Like, because, well, kind of everybody knows each other, or like, oh, es cuñado de mi primo, like, or whatever, like, somehow you know them. So the whole pueblo went to go sepultarla, basically. La llevaron hasta Jaral del Barrio to do her misa, and once it was finished, they proceeded to bury her at the Panteón de Jaral, which is not where she was from. Remember that.
Okay.
Después de unos días, things started getting really weird and you know what? This is where it gets like kind of creepy, because if you picture yourself in this situation, it's kind of like, oh fuck, like imagine yourself in your little pueblito, you know, the lights are never like super bright, so that's just fucking scary. So again, that exact night, things started actually happening. Mucha gente cuenta que esa misma noche, right after her burial, they said que los grillos, which are crickets, they got extremely quiet. The lights wouldn't even flicker.
Wow.
And there was just this silence in the air that was like unsettling. And they got so bad that the dogs started to notice. And the dogs started barking and howling. God. And anybody that you ask from that pueblo, they say that like se te enchinaba la piel, like your hairs will stick up. Like it was just weird because it was too quiet. Mm-hmm. Well, that first night, they heard a little girl crying. And everybody from the pueblo dice que this cry was like out of this world. Like it was something not normal to them. Like it wasn't a normal little girl cry. A lot of people said that night they didn't sleep. A lot of them had a lot of bad dreams, like nightmares, and they couldn't really figure out why. Crazy part is too that it went on for a little bit. I don't know exactly how long, the crying, but out of nowhere, like it was like if somebody snapped their fingers and everything came back to life and the crying stopped. So the traffic, you could hear the traffic again. The wind started blowing again. The lights stopped like flickering, and the dog stopped barking. So people were like, what the fuck? Like it was literally like if someone snapped their finger.
That's creepy.
Yes.
Does it say like the time that it would usually happen?
No,
I know like sometimes like stuff like that happens like around like 3,
like usually at 3, right?
Which is double time.
Like witch hour type of thing. Mm-hmm. But no, they just say that cuando oscurecía, like nobody would want to come out. Like nobody, like everybody knew either. Like everybody knew when it was dark, get in your fucking house and don't come out. Yes.
Wow.
So the next day after the first time this happened, everyone was talking about it, and nobody really had a good reason or an explanation onto why it happened. At this point, they didn't know what was about to be unleashed. Todos los del pueblo say it happened a couple times, and sometimes it would actually happen like night after night after night, and then sometimes it would stop for a couple of days and then come back again.
I'm like, this little girl.
So again, everybody was terrified. They were so tired of it because people weren't sleeping anymore. Like people like started to lose their jobs because they were so tired all the time because they wouldn't sleep.
Wow.
So they finally got tired of this, and the pueblo decided to create like a group, like a night watch type of group. And they were like, dude, we gotta go fucking figure out what's going on. We're gonna go out and see who the fuck this is or what's happening, right? So a group of people decided to go out and look for what was happening. And they started obviously walking around the pueblo. And that night, they found out that the cry came out from the cemetery. So they kept following it. And they were like, dude, where is this coming from? Over there, the cemeteries are not really protected. They just probably have like a little gate and like bricks around it. But somebody locks the gate. So they were all like outside, and they were like, dude, like we know it's coming from the cemetery, but we can't really see. So dude, they pull up to the freaking door to where it's locked, and they all saw a little girl peeking out like through through the like graves, and she started crying. Literally everybody looked at each other and was like in fucking shock of what they just seen. She kept crying in like an agonizing type of way.
I can't even imagine like how it would feel to like be like, oh, dude. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go to like a grave and like see something like out of plain sight, and you're just like there like fucking shook as fuck, not knowing if it's real or fake.
I would just fucking pass out, dude.
Yeah,
so I would start throwing up. Like,
I'd be scared for my life.
Yes. So they walked towards it and saw that the little girl was obviously asomándose, y they say que lloraba y que decía que la sacaran de ahí.
Wow.
That she was like, I don't want to be here, like please take me out, like whatever. They all rushed the little girl to where they thought that she kept going to, because they were just following the sounds. And then sometimes they say that she would appear out of the graves. So they kept following her. And when they finally saw her again, she was over a tumba, a grave. And when they tried to really get close to her, she disappeared. Like, they say that it seems like she disappeared into, like, the air. Like, it was fucking weird. So they're like, dude, let's go see what tumba was she over. When they walked over, it was over the little girl's tumba that they last saw her at.
Wow.
Yes. So they still decided to go in, and they kept looking for her with no luck. At this point, they heard more cries, but this time they were coming from, like, also, like, different parts of graves. So not only hers, but, like, they would get close to another grave, y se oía the cries. Like, it was fucking weird, God. Dude. Like, after this whole incident, the whole pueblo started to come up with their own theories. They said que la niña no pudo aceptar que había muerto, que she just didn't want to let go of her parents. Se dice que they even called a priest to go bless her grave, and that still didn't work. The parents even went, I guess, in a way to talk to her and tell her, like, hey, it's okay for you to let go. Like, you need to accept that you passed away. Like, we're always going to love you. So the parents physically went. That didn't work either. Okay, so una tarde, un hombre se le acercó a un cura o un sacerdote. En quote, le dijo, y él le dijo que él sabía por qué estaba pasando. Quote, unquote, le dijo, Padre, el alma de esa niña lo único que quiere es descansar en paz, y nadie ha sido capaz de acercársele con compasión. Ella estaba llorando como siempre. Me la acerqué, aún llorando me dijo que ella no quiere estar ahí, que ella quisiera estar allá en la capilla de la Merced. So basically, there's a capilla closer to her pueblo, which they have a santo in there, which the name is Merced. And according to the man, the little girl wanted to be buried there.
Oh, there.
So crazy part is the sacerdote was like, all right, let's go get her. But he didn't want nobody to find out. Like, he wanted it for it to be low key. And he did get permission from the parents.
Oh, okay.
So they went over there to the cemetery. They dug out her little coffin, and they put her in the capilla de Merced. After they put her in there, the cries nunca se escucharon otra vez.
Wow.
Yes. Even the pueblo didn't know about this. And they were all talking amongst themselves, and they were like, dude, like, we don't hear them anymore. Like, I wonder what happened. Couple, like, months after, they found out what the sacerdote and the parents have done, and it clicked to them. Like, she finally got moved to where she wanted to be.
To, like, lay in peace.
Lay in peace.
Rest in peace.
So, a lot of people kept saying that this was just a leyenda, right? But not too long ago, the capilla was actually being remodeled, and a worker found a small casket in one of the walls. They decided to call the cops, and when they opened the casket, the cops confirmed that it was a body of a little girl in the casket.
In the casket? Oh,
at the capilla.
Wow.
So ever since they found that out, people no longer believe this is a leyenda, and they really think that, like, this shit happened because there's evidence.
Yeah.
There's evidence that a little girl was there. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
that's scary.
Basically, that's it. That's my leyenda.
Oh my God.
Do you believe it?
Hell yeah.
Right?
Like, how would you not?
Exactly.
Like,
okay, I would have been like, bull. It could be bull crap.
No, yeah.
But the fact that they actually found, like, a casket there, I was like, no, it has to be true then. It has to be fucking true.
But the thing is did they say it was hers though? Like, did they, like...
No, because, I mean, the parents have died already. It was a long time ago. Oh. It was in the 70s.
Oh.
Not died, but they're, like, old already. Like, I'm pretty sure they're passed away too, because that was, like, 100 and something years ago. So they never confirmed it was her, but what a coincidence that there is a little girl her age that was taken out of a little casket.
That's scary.
So, dude, when I fucking heard that, I was like, this has to be fucking real. Like, this is no leyenda, dude. Like,
but I feel like that happens, like, anywhere when you go to, like, a grave or something. Like, spirits are there. Like, it's scary.
I
like,
love graves.
I don't know about that.
You know, if you guys are from LA, it's called the Greenery Cemetery or something in LA, by Los Tres Puntos, where Blood In, Blood Out was recorded. My grandpa's buried there, actually.
Oh, really?
And we used to go every Sunday, like every single Sunday religiously, when he first, like the first couple of years when he passed away. Now it's kind of like
here
on special occasions or whatever. But that's a pretty, I don't know if you ever seen that grave. Oh, that shit's fucking huge, dude. Like, and there's like capillas that are like fucking huge, like big ass graves. Like, they look like houses sometimes. Wow. So what I used to do is, like, me and my cousin would get a stick and we would just go around the whole cemetery and just like look at
like different people. I would do that, but I don't know about like going at night and stuff.
No, I don't. Yeah. No, I wouldn't go at night, dude.
Because I feel like at that point, like, that's just you're
just scary. Asking for it.
Yeah, you're just, I don't know, like, because you never know, like, what if something attaches to you and you bring it home or something, or like, si Dios no quiere, like, something happens to you, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's why my mom or like my family believes that you should never go sick to the cemetery.
Oh yeah,
because they feel they believe that when you go sick to a cemetery, your defensas are down.
It's like
so
they're
spirits,
opening, right?
Yeah. So spirits are able to attach to you more because you're weaker.
Wow.
So por eso dicen el enfermo nunca tiene que ir a un cementerio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you're pregnant either. I'm not sure about the pregnant one. Why?
I don't know about that one.
I don't know why. Pero I know she says you're not supposed to go if you're pregnant.
Maybe the baby. Maybe the baby can attach.
The baby's innocent.
Yeah.
Doesn't really know.
He's like kind of. Yeah. I would understand that.
Yeah. So I mean, if you go to a grave, don't be stepping on stones, dude.
I know. Or don't be doing like some disrespectful ass things either. Nah. Like, that's too much. Like,
I don't. Well, you know the cemetery right here in Signal Hill, right?
Yeah.
Well, my dad, cause my dad used to work like extremely late, and he would get off like 2-3 in the morning. He's seen some shit there, like.
Wait, the one where they have the
on Orange and Willow.
Isn't that a dog cemetery?
I think so. A lot of people say one part is like a pet cemetery and the other one's like humans.
It's an animal cemetery.
But the other side is like humans. Because really? I've been there to watch movies during Halloween.
What?
Because they have movies there. So I go in October. Oh. And I've looked at the things and there's human names.
I don't know. Let us know otherwise. Because I've heard it's animals, pero como que no sé now.
Go look. It literally is like, and it's pictures of humans. So it has to be a human cemetery.
Maybe like the humans and the dogs.
Yeah.
Like, they're probably like related type of thing.
But that should be scary as fuck at night too. Like,
yeah, don't be doing that like Ouija board and like all that shit because y'all, I don't know.
But yeah, that's my leyenda.
That was pretty good.
Enjoyed.
Yeah, that was really good.
I just thought it was cool because it was kind of like it had evidence, and I was like, yeah, what the fuck, like, you know.
It's more interesting when there's like a backstory to it, because that way you kind of like, wait, what the fuck, like you're shook.
Yeah, and then I also like wanted to talk about Guanajuato because I think Guanajuato within itself, all the mummies that are there, each of them have a very unique story. So I would love to cover it, but that's not kind of with our theme. So if you guys are interested, or if you're interested, Jackie, like look up Las Momias de Guanajuato.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's even a little baby that was enterrado with his or her mom.
Wow.
And they're like together, so you can see that stuff too.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a very short episode, but this is how it's going to be during Halloween if y'all want more content.
For reals.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.
Make sure you guys follow the podcast oh my god. Make sure you guys follow the Instagram at This Latinis Therapy 2,
as well as our TikTok,
and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, we'll be on there doing dances.
No.
Heck yeah. Me and Odie.
Oh my god.
Ooh, we need to put Odie on the TikTok too, on the Instagram.
I know. That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
For the views.
Yeah. Not us trying to extort Odie. But yeah. My Instagram is La Niña Fresa.
And mine's is Spanish Horchata.
And not the camera cutting me off.
I know.
Until next week's Leyenda, next week's spooky episode. Until next week's spooky episode or Leyenda. Don't forget to stay safe.
Stay sane.
Peace.
Peace. Bye.
Take it easy. Peace out.